Good morning, beautiful soul. It's been a minute since I've been with you. It's been quite the week, let's say that. Last week I didn't have a chance to get as much done as I wanted to, so I was kind of out of the loop for the week for you, and I'm sorry for that. Um, in the news this week, there were a couple things that stood out to me, and so this reading's going to focus on one of those. I like to go for the blind spots, the places where we're not paying much attention. And today, this particular video is about one of those. And that is that Senator John I believe Comer, there we go, Comer, from Kentucky, the Republican senator from Kentucky, is um, chairing a congressional committee that is investigating whether Joe Biden had dementia and was really running the country when he signed executive orders that said if there's any election interference that is identified, what happens in that case. And I wanted to take a look into that a little further to see what we could discover. I'm going to go off screen so I can read the cards for you. Um, and that you can see them a little better. Okay, so the people on this committee, one, they're getting money for this. They see some form of payment, payout, payback. There's something. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. Something is happening for that. They're doing it to gain Trump's approval, and they are coming off as his trusted advisor. Let me pull all of these up. So first one is Seeds of Prosperity. Second one is to gain approval. This third one is trusted advisor. They want to be seen as his trusted advisors, and yet they're fake. This facade of goodwill is two-faced. So towards him, towards Trump, they're showing their "we support you" face. But behind the scenes, they don't. They very much don't. And I have a cat in my lap. Okay. Hello, sir. And then they're feeling a great deal of pressure to act quickly. My guess is because that evidence is coming to light very soon. All of this, hello, we have a cat. Imagine that. It's not a reading with Lynn unless you get a cat in the middle. Um, it's about distraction. It's about drawing our attention away from things that really matter. But also, there's more to this card. Let me see what that is. It's adding to the chaos that is Donald Trump. And he's afraid of being removed from by the military. I think this is his biggest fear right now, is being pulled out of the office publicly and in a very difficult way. What do we have with distraction and illusion? In case you're wondering, I am using Trishe Jaimes oracles. I have 3 different decks out. One of them is the predictions deck, and that's these down here. The other one is the governance deck, and that's these up here that I'm using. And now the one that I'm going to pull from is the investigation deck. So I'm going to pause for just a moment because I want to pull these cards. I haven't done that yet. But I want more on this distraction and illusion because I'm hearing that there's more to it. So let me pause and I'll be right back. Okay, so I pulled 3 cards from this investigation deck. Um, the first one is ransom or notes left, and they're going through the communications between Joe and his top advisors. They're sending subpoenas for those. to all of his top aides, to the people who were in his inner circle. And so far, those subpoenas have been ignored by the people who received them, which I have, by most of them, I believe. I have to say, I agree with them. This is like Trump always says, it's a witch hunt, it's a witch hunt, it's a witch hunt. This is the true witch hunt. They are searching for any, it's a needle in a haystack moment. So this one says ransom or note left. They're searching through they want to search through all of his communications and the communications around and about him. Drain or waterway, drain the swamp. But the other meaning that I get from this is that this particular investigation is very draining for Joe Biden. He's already ill with cancer and it's metastasized. He doesn't need this drama and this stress. He simply wants to live a life in balance, just like most of us want to do. We want to not be caught up in all of the chaos and the distraction and the delusion that is Trump. And to that end, I want to say that as we hear this news, all the news that's coming at us, left, right, center, top, above, below, all of that news, I want you to focus on your life and like dip your toe into the national news and your local news, but then focus on you, on your family, on gardening if that's your thing, on reading books that aren't, the ones that bring you calm and peace. And I'm saying that because it's like everything can be swirling around us, and we can be in the center of that, in the eye of that storm, where it's calm and it's quiet. And yes, there's all of that drama going on around us, and we need to pay attention to that, but we also need to be very careful with our health. Mental health leads to physical health, and vice versa. So, if you are able to do so, breathe in, be calm, find your inner peace, and live there as often as you possibly can. Because I know this is so anxiety producing, and our bodies produce chemicals, produce hormones that change the way our bodies function when we are constantly under stress. So, my hope is that you can, like I said earlier, dip your toe in and then pull back and find that inner peace. So, okay, lovelies, that's all I have for this reading. I'll be back for more. I've got a whole page of things I'm going to do today, but I'm going to keep it short. Each of these will be an individual video because I want to keep them kind of short. That's all I have. Remember that you are made of stardust and magic. You are far more powerful than you realize, and you are profoundly loved. That's all I've got. Take care. Have a good one. Bye.